What is it?
You know, really Cyclonic technology was developed by James Dyson. So I know, a lot of folks, you hear Cyclonic technology even with other vacuums, but just know that James Dyson invented that technology over 30 years ago. The reason why he did it was because he himself was frustrated with his vacuum not picking up.
Okay.
And he realized the problem was that bags unfortunately lose suction over time because they get filled up. So really this is for someone who's thinking about something lightweight in the hand. So if you're kind of tired of pushing around the vacuum and struggling with that, you're going to get something that's just a couple pounds in your hand because the whole weight of the vacuum sits on the floor.
Right.
And then what we've done is we've kind of taken it another step because the old canisters of yesteryear, they're clunky and metal. They get caught up around your furniture,
they
right?
fall
and they tip
over. Yeah.
So here we have ball technology. You're used to seeing that on the uprights and how easy the ball is.
This one is really special because it's a canister.
It is. So it just makes it that much easier to get around because it's lighter weight in your hand. And this is that time of year when it is, right?
That's really refreshing.
I always say it's a couple pounds. Honestly, it's
a couple pounds.
It's barely. It's just so light.
Gosh.
And this is that time of year for me when my inbox is full with family and friends, and they go, "Hey, can I get that friends and family deal? You still doing that?" And so really this is that time of year where people are asking me, this is the time of year when my fiance and I, it's crunch time. We're looking for gifts for people. I've already given out my Dysons because my family, they're hounding me. But really the Dyson, everybody, at least time again, people have called us, people have written reviews, and they say they're filling up the bin so much more because the vacuum is sucking up so much more. And when you see the bin, it can be disgusting, but it's rewarding to know that you're actually cleaning your house.
Susie, everyone that we can to bring the price down, but you guys said that's all we have.
Your eyes.
We did. We said, please. And it worked, didn't it?
It did. So that's what we brought you. This is our most powerful canister. It also has the largest bin capacity that we offer. It has the retractable cord, and it's also the latest in our technology with regard to the ball at the bottom. So
this is fabulous.
It's a couple pounds in your hand. If you can handle a broom or a mop, the weight of those two things, not together, but just each individually, you can handle this.
I love that.
It's just as light. It's just as easy to use. Everything comes apart and snaps on and off. So you take that wand right off. If you don't need something that's super, super big, you can even connect. This is the cleaner head that was on the floor.
Oh, right.
So now the cleaner head's in your hand. So you can, like I said, snaps right on and off. And even if you want to put that multi-angle tool and do up high, you can.
You can do that.
A couple pounds, it follows you around. It just makes it so much easier and user-friendly.
Tell everybody, too, when I get my Dyson box at home, Susie, do I have to assemble anything? Do I have to put anything together? What do I do to start vacuuming?
That's actually a great question. This has to be the easiest Dyson vacuum to put together.
Okay.
This piece right here, this piece, snaps in. And then that's it. That's it.
So I don't have to attach this to this or anything that way.
This piece will come as it is.
Love it.
This is ready to go. You're going to get that hose. See the two gray buttons on the side. And that's it.
That's your assembly.
That's
I think
all
you all can
there is
handle
to
that.
I think even if you're someone who gets nervous about getting, things in the mail and not try to put it together, this is the easiest one.
So no tools needed here.
Because you'll have this, you'll be surprised at how much you have this on.
That's exactly right.
It really is, because even for us, and I didn't even think we would have it on as much. I thought we would use it mostly in the summer on the really hot days.
Yeah.
But in the winter, we had it on all day long.
Right.
Now we have it on all day long because we're really moving that air. We're moving the cool air from the air conditioning. So, it's really just such a money savings for us. And because we can keep it out all year round, it looks nice.
It does.
It's very sleek and safe, and we have pets.
And
so it's easy to clean.
We've got the best.
This is the current year.
Yes.
This is the current model. Amazing that we're clearancing it out. That doesn't happen.
I said this before, but it's like seeing a Bigfoot. It's one of those deals you go, did I just see what I just saw? Dyson on clearance? But some people think clearance, it's old stuff. No, this is a brand new Dyson, new technology. Everything on this is new. It's a ball canister behind your sofa. All the places you may not think of going, so that's why we give you such a large bin, and you're gonna get that power with no loss of suction and nothing to replace. So as often as you're gonna fill this bin, you don't have to replace a bag or a belt or a filter, and we back it up with a 5-year warranty.
Wow. So between this being a large bin, because this is the vacuum I use at home
Show us that.
Yes, and that's, I mean, I'm not wearing these gloves for nothing.
You look kind of hot and sexy, though.
And
and it's cute because they match the protective goggles.
I picked them out. See?
It's great.
Okay.
Okay, so
here we go. So what I'm gonna do is put this dry ice in this water, and I'm actually gonna put it over here for a second.
that's fine.
On its own, this doesn't really do too much, but when I put it here, you can see this is how the air flows. So we're pulling in the air from the back. Now, even right now, the house I grew up in, my mom still lives there. There's no AC in that house. It's an older home, so we have an air conditioning unit just in the living room. So upstairs, she can't cart that air conditioner from the window upstairs. So she has an air multiplier in her bedroom. So, and these are the nights when it just gets so hot for her. She's, you know, getting a little older. And, you know, you just can't stand the heat.
Every single day.
Oh, 100%. I mean, if you think about how much you're vacuuming, you might take it out once or twice a week.
Right.
There are some folks who do take it out every single day.
Yeah,
but, you know.
I don't have the time.
But this really is the one you're going to use every day because it has the power, because it's lightweight. And this is actually James Dyson's favorite. I actually got to sit down and interview him about a month and a half ago. And I said, James... I said, Sir James, first of all. And I said, which one's your favorite? And he said, well, they're all my favorite. And I said, no, really. Which one's your favorite?
Turn off the tape recorder. Which one's your favorite?
And he said this, the DC-35 version was his favorite because it's lightweight and powerful and easy to use.
And just like
more comfortable, honestly. That's why I got on there because I was like, nah.
I know.
And I've been doing it and I'm just watching you guys and it's like so easy. I'm like, am I working out right now?
I know.
It's almost too easy.
I know. Well, don't worry. We can crank that resistance up for you.
I'm
okay.
I like to feel that.
Nice. Well, don't go anywhere. Jennifer Coffee is up next. Stay safe, stay warm, but we've got an hour of great fashion coming up. Hey,
well, we have to because, like you said, everybody thinks of a cordless vacuum as not having the power, but this is a Dyson vacuum still. I mean, it is a cordless, but it's still a Dyson. What that means is that while in use, this Dyson vacuum has been tested to have twice the suction power out of 49 other cordless vacuums. So we're going to start here.
Let's do it.
With a powerful demonstration that is usually reserved for our larger upright.
Shipping and handling, which if you're trying to look into something new, it's always nice to get it home without having to pay for it. Susie, kind of start at the beginning with this because we at QVC sometimes have seen this so often that we get desensitized to the really cool.
Well, here it is. I mean, this is kind of your typical fan that you probably buy every year. Or, you know, maybe you toss it when it starts to look a little bit like this. But this is a fan that we have that really you're going to use all year round.
Sure.
That's actually not unsightly to have out all year round. You want it out all year round. And a lot of different adjustments on this. So here you can adjust it and make it lower if you like, depending on where you're sitting at in your home. You can make it a little bit taller. You can also touch tilt the center. So if you want to tilt it down more. Well, because there are two major differences with this machine.
Okay.
So you have two-tier radial root cyclone technology.
So there's now two cyclones going at one time.
There's two stacks of cyclones built into this machine. That's the first thing. We have a V6 motor in this.
That's the brand new motor.
That's a brand new motor. It's like cyclonic technology. And one analogy I like to use is, you know, there are a lot of tablets out there, but everyone knows that Apple's the best, right? Because it's user-friendly, very easy, the technology is there. So with regards to the vacuuming technology, I know it's harder to put vacuuming with the word technology, but it really is. It's truly technology. It's James Dyson invented this technology. He went through 5,127 prototypes to develop this technology. It took him 15 years. He worked on it every day. He was an engineer by trade. He went to work during the day, and at night he would come home and be in his basement working on this idea. I'm sure him and his wife had quite the conversations over 15 years, but he finally figured it out. He knew that to have a vacuum that didn't lose suction, you couldn't rely on bags or filters because those things clog up with dirt. Then the air can't pass through, so you lose suction power. You have to keep replacing those items to keep the suction power high. He developed the cyclones. So that way